Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I have a little project for us today, making some sacks, decorating with some big sort of clusters. So that's what we're going to do today. I want to say hi and hugs first to Joanne, Beverly, Shauna, and Debbie. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. Okay, so little sacks like this. They're made out of a digital and they're, as I recall, easy, but I haven't done them in a while. And so I want to make some of those and then we'll make some of the things to go on them to decorate. So I have, this is a Carol Cuts. I have some Cara Brandon Creations. And I'm not sure where these ones came from. I just dug in my collage pile, but let's see what we can do. So first off, we're going to turn this up. Okay, I'm doing this for memory, so you know how that goes. It might be interesting. Okay, I believe that's right. And then I think what I do is fold the other edge twice, if I recall. Okay, and then we fold it so that it's gonna make the bag. Let's see, this one is about, just to give you an idea, a little over 4.5. So, you know, I can squish that out a little bit. And okay, so there we go there. Now, okay, I have to think about this. I think what I do is cut that off. Okay, the bottom is super easy. What we do on the bottom is just get rid of this. Let's use bigger scissors. I'm going to cut on the left of the line here and then cut this little guy like that. Okay. And same on this side, except we're going right of the line. So we're going kind of, I guess you would say, towards the bag. Otherwise it catches. So, okay, so that's that's the bottom. Good. We're good there. This one could use a little off of it just to make sure. Okay. So that's going to be like that. So this is going to be the back, right? Yes. So we are going to take off to the first fold here. Like, I'm going to go down the line. I might want to, we'll see if I might want to do it a little slanted. Okay, so we're just taking off this piece. Okay. And then this back piece then is going to fold over. So I did that backwards. I think I did it backwards. Yes, I did. Did I? Or I need to go down. I need to go down further. I'll fix it. We'll just go cut that a little bit more. And I'll just cut it across. And you can use decorative edge scissors. It's kind of fun to use on these. Like this one, you can maybe see the jiggy-jaggy there. Okay. So now when that folds down, we'll be good. Okay. Gluing. Our glitter glue. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking that folded over though, and it did. Yeah, I did it wrong, but that's okay. We're just going to leave this one as is. I feel like I would kind of like to do that with just a little bit of an edge. I promise the next one will be more coherent. Just trying to do it from memory is anymore. That's a little scary for this girl. I don't know about you, but gosh, even my friends, we were trying to get together for a lunch, and it was just like, oh my gosh, have we completely lost our minds? It feels like it some days. Okay. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so I think first, am I gonna do that first and then put it like that? Yeah, I think so. So I'm gonna glue these down first. Actually, I could use my glue stick. It would be super quick on this part. But I have to remember which side to cut which way. I don't feel like I did this one right. Okay, but it's going to turn out fine. Okay, so now we're going to glue this part. And, yeah, we're going to glue this part. And what I like to do is go down one edge and the other edge, just because there's a bit of space in between. So put that like that, and then we're going to glue this part. And I kind of wanted to mass make these a little bit because, like I say, I'm out. Okay, so I am just going to clip this and clip this. And if we do a little distress, especially on this edge, it becomes more apparent that this is a bag. Why are you two not sticking together? So once we get in the flow of this, I have I have fun family things to share, but yeah, I got to get this down first. Okay, so let's do another one and try and do better. Where's my paper? Where's my paper? This one's very forgiving as far as design goes. Actually, I was thinking of, let's do this one. I was thinking of doing this one for Christmas. Thought that might be fun. Okay, so I know we fold up the bottom one time. Okay, good. I think I'm going to fold this to make this sack. Just have that done. And how big do I want it? A little bigger than, right around 4 1/4, maybe 4 1/2 even. Okay, like something like that. Okay, now we fold this twice. You know that you do it twice. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is going to fold down this way. These are going to get taken off. These are going to get taken off to the first line, not the second one. So remember last time I cut here? We're going to cut here. Okay, I think. I'm going to do it with these scissors just for fun. Of course, you don't have to have these deckled scissors. You can just use your plain old scissors. Okay. And so now let me just get closer to the crease there. We'll see if this turns out right the first time. Okay, I'm going to do this kind of on the right of the line there, on the left of the line, just to give it room to tuck in. Now we have some good scraps too. Never met a good scrap that I didn't love. Okay, and then we need to do these down here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is going to fold up, easy peasy. I don't want this on the front. I did it wrong again. It's okay. That was not right. That was not right. It should have been the opposite. Okay, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But for now, this is going to have to do. I'm going to pull this down just a little bit so it doesn't show. We're going to put something on the front of this anyway, so it doesn't really matter in some ways, but I would have liked to have done it right. Oh, I know. I'm sorry, guys. Not easy to follow, huh? So we'll get one right, and then I'll be like, so this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do this first. Here. And here. Yeah, because we don't want the crease down the middle in case we didn't have something to decorate it, and this is on this side too. So, okay, this is a different style of bag. I am going to get it. I'm determined. But, I mean, not bad. It's still totally usable. Okay, so I'm just going to give those a little cut. And then once we give it some edge there. Okay, we're not to family stories yet because I haven't gotten one right yet. Good thing I brought a lot of paper, huh? I mean, worst case scenario, if we don't get to the other part, I can always do it tomorrow, right? Okay, I thought this one would be super pretty. Okay, so it's got a little coffee dye on the back. So this is a piece I've had for years. Okay, so I'm gonna fold and fold. And then on this one, I want to just fold right about there and bring this all the way over so that you can see that pretty rose on the front. This one's just a bit smaller piece of paper. Okay, so that could be really pretty as the front. So we're gonna cut this and cut across with this. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, the front. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut across with this. Across that line. Okay. It's still not exactly right, but it's going to work. I can't decide. I might cut that off because I like the coffee dyed on the inside. Okay, we might do this one slightly different. But at least I got the right side on the front this time. We'll take the small victories. And I think I'm just going to cut this And cut this one. Have it not folded over. So like that, and then that little coffee dye shows. Okay, good. I think I need to cut this a little bit more. Okay. Phew. Yeah, I had wanted to make a few of these before I started the camera, but this day did not work out this way. It has been seriously insane at my house. I'll tell you about it whenever I can get this figured out. That's catching a little bit, but I think we can straighten her out well enough. Okay, maybe we'll just go boop and boop. Okay. I really like that one. It's just, I just didn't put it together right. So we'll see what we can figure out here. What am I doing? Do not need to put my glue stick in my ink. This one kind of. This one's going to be easy, just like something down there on the bottom. Okay. Why am I so confused about that double fold? I don't know. Let's try this one. It's coffee dyed again, but I think I want to try and do it like it's supposed to be. Okay. Fold that. And then like a bigger, only one there. Okay. I don't know. My brain's just trying to figure it out, and I think it's a lost cause. Okay, so let's then do this. Okay, now I'm gonna fold it, unfold those and fold it into a sack. Oh, that's so pretty. Eee, I hate to cover up any of those flowers, but I'm going to have to, aren't I? A little bit. I think I like that on the front. Does that give me enough room? It seems to. Okay, that's going to be a real pretty sack when we get it. Okay, let's do the easy part and get the bottom done. Yep. Okay. So, okay. Now, so we're going to have that go like that. Then this side, here's what I think. I think on the double fold, I think I just want to take the first fold, and this is on the front, to the first fold, and go ahead and cut that across, which then that I can cut here down to the first fold. So the middle, okay, so we folded it twice. The middle, we're going to take off this part of the middle, the bigger area. and take off this part. Then we're going to fold this down. So I'm going to go slightly at an angle just so it doesn't bind. And then there we go. So that'll be down like that. So that's the front of the sack. And then these, do we just do the front or just do the first fold? I think we do, except that it doesn't go all the way in. So maybe you make a bigger fold up here, a smaller fold down here, kind of. I don't know. But irregardless, that is not going to work. So I'm just going to fold it so it will work. Like that. So that this will tuck in, basically, is what I'm getting at. So I need to go here. And we need to go here. Yeah, I think that's it. I just don't like how the pattern falls there, so I'm going to cut it off. Woman's prerogative, right, to change her mind. Okay, let's fold this down and glue it. So that's going to be the smooth edge instead of a bumpy one. Okay, and then, so then I'm going to glue these two together. I have this vision of you guys like watching this and going back and forth to try to figure out what in the world I did. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to get this part done. Like that. Then I'm going to cut this off just because I just didn't like how the pattern fell when we tucked it in. So since it's coffee dyed on this side, I can do this. Okay. Okay, I really like that one. That's a fun one. Okay, so now give that a little. So I think I can start talking to you about what's been happening. So yesterday, my daughter from Bozeman and her husband and Katie, but Addie too, who we didn't realize was coming, so it was an awesome surprise for Mike and I. They came and spent the night and dropped Alfie off because they were going to a friend's cabin up at Flathead Lake. Okay, so that was good. And they got here, I don't know, around 8. They hadn't eaten dinner, so of course, you know, Mike had dinner for them. So they had dinner and everything, and the kids were talking, Addie and Katie and Maddie, and they're like, "Oh, we should do that. Let's do that. Let's make a TikTok video of that." And I think I need to make that wider there. And so Mike and I are like, okay. And so anyway, they made this list, and apparently what it was things from TikTok videos that are like sayings that the kids are kind of saying these sayings, and so they sat at the table. They put a couple towels on the table. They each had water. And then Mike and I were to read these things from TikTok. We were to read them aloud. And then they'd see how long they could hold the water in their mouth without laughing. Oh my gosh, you guys. It is a hilarious TikTok. I don't know how many of you guys are on TikTok. I know it's not really a thing for, you know, the generation that I'm in, but I know I have some younger viewers that might watch TikTok. Oh, if you do, it's just hilarious. It's Katie Swanson is her name, but on TikTok, hilarious. It was so fun. We laughed so hard. The kids laughed so hard at us. It was really fun. Okay, so I'm going to take off this part. Just the first, down to the first like that, down to the first fold, right? Like that. So then I need to go here too. Okay, and just so I don't confuse myself, I think I might glue that right away. So this is going to be glued down and make the edge, okay? Okay, so then over here, what we're going to do is that's going to be folded down, so I need to make a little cut in that so it will close. Okay, and so then this one just goes down a fold on the first one. And then there we go. I finally did it. I cut that a little too much, but that's okay. I think I can fix that. Okay, I feel like this one, does that need to fold up a little? Okay, folds right. Okay. Okay, let's try it. See, we need to glue those down, right? Yeah, before I glue it would be easier, I think. And this one. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to be giving me all sorts of advice on this one because I was such a hot mess trying to figure it out. But I think I've got it now. And I have 4 envelopes that'll work. Okay, I'm going to just add a little different press there. So that adds up, and then this can go up for the bottom. Yes, there it is. There it is. Now what I am going to do is kind of do those at an angle because of cutting it at an angle. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then we'll distress it. So anyway, we made a TikTok video. We did. It was hilarious. And oh my gosh, the kids were laughing so hard. So I don't know if I can put it on my TikTok, but I don't know how to do that. My son would have to help me. Okay, this one was A-O perfect. Great. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple more so that I get this into my brain, okay? I know I've only got a half an hour left, but let's do a fall version. These are fun though. I mean, and they're just a fun pocket to put into your journal too. So this worked out better when I went a bigger fold and then a smaller fold, okay? And then that just makes it so this part goes all the way down and doesn't show when you know, when you have your front like that. So that's a scoop, guys. That's a scoop. So yeah, so now tomorrow, Maddie's dad's coming to move him to the dorms. And so I have been busy all day washing, well, Maddie's clothes, but also the sheets from the other bed so that Maddie's dad can stay here. It's just been a revolving door. It's been so much fun. Okay, and now I want to cut off the middle part here. I'm going to try not to do too big of slants, but we'll see how this is going to go. Okay, so then just a little, kind of a little slant there, a little slant there. I'm going to glue this down, preferably not on another digital. Yeah, goopy, ever so goopy. Okay, then this one, we're gonna just do a very slight angle. So yeah, and meanwhile, with all the comings and goings, we still, of course, have the guy that's, can't get that off me. The guy that's doing our porch, which has been, he's doing such a great job. I'm real excited. Yes, I will show you. Okay, and then we're going to put that down, and then we go over this way. Bada bing, bada boom. We've got ourselves a sack. Okay, that's making me happy. These two need to go down, don't they? Oh gosh, so what else do I have to tell you? It was mostly just that we had a crazy couple days with people coming and going. But it was so fun, and I really wanted to tell you about that TikTok. Talk about a hoot, doing that with your grandkids. Oh my goodness. And even though I now have videos posting on TikTok, I really don't know a whole lot about it. So, and you know, it just cracked the kids up to hear their pa and I saying these phrases that are a thing with kids these days. I don't know. It was and then of course they're spitting water everywhere, and so and that was hilarious. Oh. Yay, there's that one too. I want to do another fall one. And then maybe we'll at least make one of the, I've got a few, I won't distress that yet, a few made up ahead of time. So I can kind of show you what they're going to look like on here. Okay, bigger fold, smaller fold. Okay, bigger, smaller. me 5 hours to figure that out, didn't it? Goodness sakes. Good thing you guys are patient. Okay. Yeah, these particular papers are from Cara Brandon Creations, I think. You get a lot of good scraps too. I mean, granted they're folded, but that doesn't really matter. Once you glue them down, they straighten right up. Okay, so I don't know why, but I tend to veer on that part. Okay, so then we're going to take off this piece. Okay. And cut this so it's gonna go in. Add a little glue. Okay. And we're gonna do a slight diagonal there, just a slight one. Because otherwise you leave a little white edge. Okay. Now I could go all day. Cut it down. Slow start, but oh, wait. Well, that's okay. I can do it afterwards, I think. Okay, so there it is, but I should have glued this down first, but let's see what we can do. I'm going to just use a glue stick and put that down in there. Whoops. Yeah, that worked okay. And then gotta do this part. Okay, so there's that one. Give that a little angle there. Okay, so I'll quit making for the moment. And we'll look at these. So these are so cute. Look at those. Aren't those so cute? All sorts of different kind of styles of them. And so I have a couple others in there that I might use too, but let's just look at these for a second. Get rid of my garbage. Okay. So, I have all these papers cut. They are 3 1/4 by 4 3/4, but you could do whatever size you want. And then these picture strips, these particular ones are from Joey Cardmaker. He has them in several of his kits, his portraits kits, I think they're called. Anyway, so several of those, but then you could also use, like I have some yearbook. I want them longer than that though, so that's why this one's kind of in a scrap area. Okay, so, but they look so nice on these envelopes. Look at that. How pretty is that? Now we could put something behind it too if we wanted. We could put a doily. We could put lace or something. I think I might see if I have a doily that wants to play here. Come here, you. That one's a bit big, isn't it? But I could wrap it round. I like that. I think that's what I'm going to do on that one. Okay. So I need the glue in a circle that's about the whole size of this thing. Can worry about the other side when we get there. Okay. Somewhere about there. I finally got Maddie introduced to our neighbor across the street who played football with his dad. Got that done today. Maddie is off work this week. He was off of football for the week because they start big time next week. But so he took the week off of both of his jobs just to give him some downtime before he starts school and starts football in earnest. I mean, not that they haven't worked hard this summer. They have, but, it's like the real practices. I think what they call it is fall camp or something. But, yeah, so anyways, he's just a busy guy, but he's having a little downtime, which I think he needed. Okay, so we'll just glue this on. I didn't distress this one, but I can. And I think I might use scorched timber because I feel like this one kind of has a fall vibe to it. Okay. So then we'll put that right there. And we have ourselves a fun little sack pocket. I'm going to distress this, then I'll show you on a page what it would look like on a page. Oh, I wanted to use scorched timber, didn't I? Yep, just said that, Gail. You just said that. Oh yeah, that's gonna look fall fun. Okay, and this. And there we go. There's one all done. So on a page, we would just glue that onto the page, and then a big tag or whatever can go in that. You could glue it on the page like this and have a pocket behind too, or you could glue it like this and have a side pocket. So yay. Yeah, I just was thinking I just wanted to make some more of those. Okay, so let's see. I was going to show you these too. These are old book page with just these are scraps really. This one can be a tuck, which might be fun. Look at this. I think it will go really well on here. So what if we, on this one, what if we just glue here and here and have that be a tuck spot? What do you think? I could have it down here and have the lace hang out like that. And then, you know, I don't have anything really. I use this. Then you could put a little something in there. I think that might be fun. Let's do that for this one. Just a little something different. Okay, I need to make some more of these. I'm sure this was a Roxy Creations video is what I'm thinking. But and actually these pockets, I believe she did them. Oh, I don't know. I think I have an example in my Roxy Creations, Roxy's Weekly Challenge idea book. So, but yeah, lots of great ideas from her always. Okay, so let's do bottom. Let's do side. And see how that does. I think that'll be great. Really fun. Okay. And do we have anything that goes with this? I don't know. I mean, maybe that one, huh? And just glue that on, straight on. I like how this kind of hangs over. Yeah, let's just glue this on there. Whoop. It's not, or the lace isn't staying down. Okay. And boom, just like that, we've got a little decoration on there. Okay. And let's look at the rest of these. This has red and green, actually. And this is, this is the one. Yeah, I think that would work. I don't know. I think tomorrow for Forgotten Friends Friday, we'll make some more of these. Let's do that. Let's just decorate these sacks that we have at the moment. And then tomorrow we'll do this. Yes, I think that would be good. I had another thought for Forgotten Friends Friday, but you know, there's always next week for that one. Okay. And I'm just going to go over where I inadvertently had the seam on the front. Let's get this down better. There we go. I think I could put like a Merry Christmas across or something, and I think that would Christmas that up a little bit more, wouldn't it? Okay, what other ones do we have here? Got this. Oh, I've got 3 more, don't I? I mean, this one, the blues, and yeah, it works really good. I wasn't sure I wanted to cover that up, but I kind of like that. Okay. All right, so let's put this one on there, and I'm going to go down a little bit lower because this is a little taller than the sack, which is no big deal. It can just be glued on a little differently. Okay, I won't even pick up my mess. I'll just do Forgotten Friends Friday next. Let's see, maybe a little bit of glue here on the edge. Super fun. Okay. Now, yeah, my trying to do videos, I completely forgot to do a post on Instagram. I had the pictures taken and everything. It's just like, it's been so nuts at my house. I just don't have time to think. I don't want the men on there. That one's cute on there though, isn't it? Yeah, I'm going to put that on there. Yes, I am. And then this one, I think it just needs some sort of big label-y thing, which okay. Then we're restocked with these, which is happy. Okay, now I am going to see what we can do with this one. Got a little few minutes. I've got some, where are my bigger sorts of, I have some, there's some bigger, this is Carol Cuts Designs, some labels and stuff that she has. I was just going to see if there was something that might go. I like that. Look how it follows the curve of the stem. Perfect. Awesome. Let's distress it and get that bad boy on there. And I think, again, you could put like a little word across it or phrase or something if you wanted. Perfect. Okay, I'm thinking, do I have some sort of little phrase that might work there? I like that. Complete in this moment. I like that thought. Actually, this moment is really all we have. We don't know if we'll have the next moment. So, living in the moment is a pretty good skill to acquire. I can't say that I always succeed at it, but I do try. Oops, got a little tiny bit there. Okay. Okay, there's that one. So that is that for today. Tomorrow we'll work on restocking some of those clusters. How about? I think that would be fun. Okay, so let's take a look. See, we did. Oops, sorry. Here you go. That one. This one. This one. This one. That one needs a Merry Christmas. I'm going to set that off to the side so I can do that. This one. And these two. Fun, huh? So, sacks. We finally figured it out. We made a few. I'd like to make some more, but I don't know if I'll have time today. But anyway, thanks you guys for being here. I hope you have a grateful day. Be kind always. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.